Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Yo, what's good, people? Mic check, 1 2 1 2. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. Death, but not that death, not the death metal death we've been listening to. It was about time we checked out the other death. I don't know what genre this band is, but this record is entitled For the Whole World to See, and it was a good time to listen to this band purely as, I thought I'll do one more record. And because I've been burnt out, people, if you're following this album by album via my Patreon and just sort of going through how I've been for the past few album reviews, I've been tired, man, and you're going to see me yawn now, such as you might see me all through listen. I'm on the cusp of burning out, just doing what I do on a day-to-day basis, and I'm going to take the day off tomorrow. So I just had a little Google search. I just searched, we'll get another one out of the way. I'll do... As opposed to recording tomorrow, I'll just record another record today. And I just searched, short albums. Because I don't want to be overdoing it. And I came across a list that had like sub 35-minute albums. And this was on that list. And I thought, you know what? Why the hell not? There's no better time. There's no better reason to check this band out. I've had it recommended to me. And apparently it's going to be good. Or at least that's what the people say. Comments are turned off. Have we got any info as far as genre is concerned? Bloody hell, I just froze up there. Hold on. Keep on Knocking, Death for the Whole. Drag City Incorporated, released in 2009. Apparently, I think it might have been released earlier, but you tell me. I don't know the ins and outs. Let's find out what's going on with this band. This first one's entitled Keep on Knocking. Let's go. I have no idea what to expect. I like this. This is rock and roll. This is good. The way the guitar works with the rhythm guitar, I got the buzzcocks initially. I heard the buzzcocks with the drummer as well. This is rock and roll, man. Come on. Right up. I put some pep in my step, that. So, from that first song, they've ticked all of the boxes. The guitar tones, the simplicity, the tempo, the energy, the drumming, the rock and roll vocal line, the lead guitar, egg punk melodies. I hope we continue with this vibe. That was really good. If it continues that vibe, I'm going to definitely prefer this to the death metal band, I'll tell you that. I got told it's post-punk, I believe. And I can sort of see that, but so far it's been punk rock, hasn't it? We've got Rock and Roll Victim coming up next. Let's keep going. Yes, now, bless now. Mind the background noise. I got the kettle on. Anna, people, I'm going to make myself a little cuppa. There's ROCKSTEADY at KOTP TV. We're listening to For the Whole World to See by Def. First track was an absolute banger. So I hope that we continue the theme. Rock and Roll Victim is track number 2. Let's go. Come on. I mean, let's be real. With the hi-hat going for like 70% of the song so far, it just feels like a build-up. It's not a good beat, that hi-hat. Oh, so far this one's crap. I'll be honest with you. This Keep on Knocking had such a vibe to it. This one's crap. There's just no consistency. I want a good beat. That was Rock and Roll Victim. That was a crap song. That was not that good. I had incredible high hopes after Keep on Knocking, but I guess it's just a sign of the times. Yeah, we've got Let the World Turn coming up next, so let's see if this is any more impressive. It's got less views, which I'm not pleased with. I'm a bit scared now after that one. It was just, the beat on the hi-hat is just like a build-up, but it didn't climax, didn't go nowhere, really. We had a beat for a second, but it just wasn't worth it, because I don't know, the melody wasn't that good, was it? Let the World Turn is long at 5 minutes 56. Let's go. There's ROCKSTEADY, KOTP TV, Def. For the Whole World to See is what we're listening to. This is track number 3 of 7. I wasn't very impressed by the last song, but I was incredibly impressed by the first song. So let's see what we're getting. This is a long one, coming up to 6 minutes long, this song. I need something to wake me up, so... What album is this in their discography? Is there other Def records? Come on now. You can see why I put the kettle on.
Can you see what's coming? Let the world turn. Let the world turn around. Let the world turn. Let the world turn around. On a wild trip. On a wild trip around. Let the world turn. Let the world turn around. On a wild trip. On a wild trip around.
Are we speeding up? Do you not hear that Buzzcocks in the band? I've just heard it just then. Very fun to listen to. That was very fun to listen to. Great transition.
Breakthroughs keep occurring. Let them in. You know that time is
A little bit Pink Floyd-esque, this.
all we're made of.
Is it Pink Floyd I'm thinking of?
The world will keep on spinning. Let it spin. You know the time.
A little bit of the Bad Brains when he hits that aggressive tone.
Made up.
Then the Buzzcocks. was okay. It was an okay tune. I like the variety. I like the variation. I was most impressed by that drum solo bridge section. I thought that was really cool. That was unlike anything I've heard before. So I got to give them props to that. Yeah, that was very cool. Overall, I'll give it a 5 out of 10 as far as that song's concerned. I do like the experimentation. I do like the balance between fast and overt and slow and smooth that they had going on there, and like reeled back. We've got You're a Prisoner coming up next, which is track number 4. Let's keep going. Yes, now bless now. Don't forget the rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV, enjoying a listen through for the whole world to see. Ooh, actually, I've just poured myself a cuppa. I'll be with you in 1 second. But whilst I'm going, this track's entitled You're a Prisoner. It's track number 4. We've had a quite the mixed experience. Quite the mixed experience on this album so far. I had incredibly high hopes after listening to the first track, and since then, I've not, I've not been all that fussed, in all fairness. But I need something to put a pep in my step. I need a good shin shaker to energise myself, because I'm feeling pretty low in energy, in all honesty, so I just need something to align with me. You're a Prisoner is title number 4. Let's go. Tried it. That was You're a Prisoner. A little bit more up-tempo. Quite good. Some cool ideas. Quite a good variety of ideas, to be honest. There's a lot of unique and artistic embellishments that you catch from time to time, such as the echo and the vocal. A couple of outside of the box vocal, what would you call it? Yeah, just like vocal ornaments and stuff, which is quite nice. For diddle-dun, diddle-dun, dun, diddle-dun, 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 dun. I like that, the back and forth from the 2 triplets to the 3. And that was You're a Prisoner. Overall, it was alright. What more can be said? But we're going to continue on. I'm looking for one song out of this next 3 to really sell the album to me. Alright. Because so far... Oh, actually, 635k views. This could be the one. I'll see you there. Track 5 of 7. Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now. It's Des ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV. We're listening to For the Whole World to See. I've been chasing the dragon since the first track, and this might hit the spot essentially the same song length with the same amount of views. So without further ado, let's jump in. This one's entitled Freaking Out. We're off to a good start. We're off to a very good start. Let's get some energy. Let's get some energy. Come on.
There's a skin, there's a fin. Why is my head spinning around in a dream? It's that time to play. Why all these lights popping up in my face? Or am I freaking out, freaking out, freaking out, freaking out?
When was this out? We're going to learn at the end of this. We're going to Wikipedia the history of this. I'm so confused as when this record was put out. Because I want to know if this is before or after the Bad Brains.
Freaking out, freaking out, freaking out.
Because this is so punk rock at points that you think, well, it must be post-punk, right? As opposed to proto-punk. But at the same end, it could be... It very well could be a late 70s act, you know? I don't know. I mean, punk was about... Cocksparrow were about since 76, so, you know.
There's a sign on the wall. There's a way to it up different to all. There's an eye, there's a heart. There's all the senses that we go through the parts. Or am I freaking out, 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 freaking out. Everyone looks very strange today. All of their faces seem to be washed away. Everyone's talking, I can't hear a thing. I'm on the moon, why is the sky so green? I think I'm walking up the stairs while I'm sitting right down in my chair. I feel so light, but I'm not. Everything is turning over the top. Or am I freaking out, freaking out, freaking out, freaking out? Freaking out, 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 freaking out. Oh, I'm 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 freaking out. Or am I freaking out, freaking out, freaking out, freaking out, freaking out, freaking out, freaking out?
Very good, very good. That was a good tune. That was a good tune. Bookending it with a volume swell, really good. I enjoyed that a lot. That was good. That was a great guitar tone as well. A great hot overdriven guitar tone for them power chords. Quality swing to them drums. Really good. Little dance floor number. I thought that was good. The whole rigging out. Served purpose to add a little bit of a tension and then release back into the main riff, but I could have done without the stuttering. I just wanted it to be consistent. We got Where Do We Go From Here coming up next, alright? Which is going to be track number 6. I'll see you there. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Death for the Whole World to See is the title of the record. This is track 6 of 7 entitled Where Do We Go From Here. Let's go. Clearly it blends in from Freaking Out. The people like the punk rock numbers. Keep on knocking and Freaking Out. A lot of views.
Trying to get ahead. What makes you think I can see you? What makes you think I believe you? Dreams, psychopath. Have you heard me lately? We stepping up way late. Shot, that's from the past. All the dreams were flying, all the thoughts were dying. Heard, it's running fast. Where do we go from here?
Come on. Great vocal on that though, but where do we go from here bit?
All you false pretenders and your freaky contenders trying to be the first. In my own opinion, you am not defending. You are the worst. You make the world like a circus and you're trying to curse us. Cruel, you know no bounds. But we won't let you beat us, no, we won't let you cheat us. It's only one time around. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
Let's go. 3 times around is too much. That's not conventional structure for a reason. We want to hear something new. We want to break the chain. Patterns don't work.
Take a closer look. If you're fast and listening and the dreams you're wishing, it's all the time we took. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
That was Where Do We Go From Here. It was okay. I like the chorus to it. But they're going back and forth to the bum bum ba dum ba dum. You know, I felt the third time was too much. You don't want to hear it just break down 3 times in one song. It's way too many times. You know, it didn't serve purpose other than getting boring that third time around. We should have switched it up, had a bridge, a solo of sorts, or whatever. We got Politicians in My Eyes to finish off, and I just had a look at the view count of that via the related videos. It's got a lot of views, so I'm gonna see you there. We might be finishing on a good one here. Let's keep going. Yes, now bless now people. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, finishing this record we've been listening to for the whole world to see by Def. There's been plenty of twists and turns in such a relatively short album. We're going to finish off with a long one at 5 minutes 50. It's entitled Politicians in My Eyes, and at 606,000 views, the people have voted this as a good one. Let's find out. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, now.
Am I right in saying they sound somewhat like that band Devo at times? Is that how you pronounce that band? That's a band I need to delve into because I've not touched them, but influenced a whole world of like zany punk rock bands.
They thinking less about you, they thinking less about me. As long as they are put in the place that they want to be, they're always wearing false smiles like they go with the style. Politicians and
bruh, responsible for sending young men to war would be the best way of writing that. That wound me up a little. Da 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 da. Interesting panning with the guitar work. Come on. Da, 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 na, na. What's that tune I'm thinking of? Da, na, 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 na. Pretty good, yeah, pretty good. Catchy, very catchy one, that one. Probably the catchiest one, because it really reels in that hook there. Da-na, politicians in my blah, blah, blah. That was an half decent tune. I'm glad it didn't fall back on the breakdown with the bass guitar coming in for a third time like it did on the one prior. I was hoping that wasn't going to happen. It didn't. They played that out a lot better. So that was quite good. It was quite good. But if you want to hear my full thoughts, you're going to have to hold on to the next video where I give you the review and the breakdown of this album. I'll rate it out of 10 for you, and then we'll learn a little about this record, alright? So hold on tight for that. I'll see you there. Yo, what's good? Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest. Now it's Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. Let's talk. I just listened to Def. It was about time I put it on. The album was for the whole world to see, and I've seen the band referenced a fair amount. I've had people comment speaking on this band saying I need to check them out for multiple different reasons, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to take a breather off this channel just for a day, just to just have a day off really, because I've been working on a lot of different projects and I can feel myself getting bogged down by it all, in all honesty. A lot of stuff going on, and I just need to I don't know what I need to do, to be honest with you. I might need to smoke a big bifter, in all honesty. So I had a quick Google. I googled short albums, great short albums. And you know what? This came up. Sub 35 minutes. That's what the album list was comprised of. And I thought, perfect. Just what I needed. So we had 7 songs. I'd average it at about 3 minutes. 3:10, 3:20 per song. Average, we got, some pushing 6 minutes and some... We got one at 2 minutes 24. So it goes to show the spectrum of sound we've got here. I was very pleased when I pressed play, okay? Because the first track, Keep On Knocking, was fantastic. From the get-go, I heard a bit of the Buzzcocks. That's my personal opinion. I heard the Buzzcocks. And then we got to track number 2, and it sort of fell apart, in all honesty. I thought Rock and Roll Victim was crap. I thought it was a horrible song. It just felt like one big build-up. Do you know what I mean? Just like it tends to do near to no release on that song. Let the World Turn was okay, and I saw a little bit of the the musical quality, the structural quality, but with where I was at this time of night, I needed some pep in my step. I needed a bit of energy, and Keep On Knocking essentially gave me the pursuit of that energy throughout the record, which I then came across again on Freaking Out, which was good, and the view count of Freaking Out and Keep On Knocking far surpassed all the rest of them. Showcasing, that's what the people liked, that's what the people wanted to hear. So that was the best sound this band came up with. Now, as far as production is concerned, the guitar work was good. It sounded good. The guitar tones were good, especially at the more energetic punk rock infused riffs. The sound was really good. The sound was really good. Bass was prominent, which was good. There's been so many albums I've listened to as of so far which have just fallen into the cliche of the bassist just sort of falling behind everything and not really getting time to be audacious and have any sort of sound to it. But they've let the bassist have their time to shine numerous times, loads of times throughout the record, which is brilliant. Vocally, pretty good, quite rock and roll. A little bit of a snarl from time to time, a little bit of Bad Brains. I don't know whether this band predates the Bad Brains. We're going to find that out in the next video. But, a little bit of a quirky value from time to time, especially when he hit a little bit of a snarl, just on the off chance. Didn't exist within that space for long, but, just hit this quirk from time to time, and that was very good. Drummer, very nice. Punk rock drumming. I enjoyed that a lot. Structurally speaking, I can't really complain. I've said what I needed to say during the playthrough, so that'll be on the channel now, the song-by-song playthrough and what I thought of that. And if I was to rate this record, people, it'd be tough for me to even give it a 5 out of 10, in all honesty. Keep On Knocking and Freaking Out was good. I enjoyed that. Keep On Knocking I thought was better. I preferred that. The melodies and the guitars were very cool, without stealing the show. And the general riff, the guitar work, the power chords, the punk rock riffing was really good. If you get annoyed at my yawning, people, that's why I need to take a day off, let's be real. So, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Do I want to listen to more Def after hearing this? No. I don't know where this came in the discography. The first song had me saying, you know what, I reckon I'm going to prefer this band to the death metal band Def. Because I don't think much of the death metal band either. But After listening to the album as a whole, I probably prefer the death metal band, to be honest with you, in the battle of what the one true death is. So on that note, I'm going to sign out. That was a brief overview. I wasn't going to spend too much time doing this review. It just was what it was. It was a fair album. Let's have a look at some historical context to sort of make up why people rant and rave about it. Because if they do it just for like cult value, yeah, you know, it was an average record in my personal opinion. So moving on, we're gonna go and have a look at some history of the band. I'll see you there on that video, people. Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. Right, people, for the whole world to see. That's what we're going to learn about today. Sorry, I got sidetracked reading the information there from the get-go. I got a bit confused by these numbers, but we're going to talk about it. So, I listened to Death for the whole world to see. We did a track-by-track listen-through, and I gave it a rating. If you want to know what I rated it and what I thought of it, please refer back to them videos on this channel. This should be the last of the series. Let's learn a little something about this record. We've only got so much info, so a little bit of room for manoeuvre as far as our discussion is concerned. If you disagree or agree with anything that's been said, hey, first and foremost, it's Wikipedia. Secondly, let me know. Now, For the Whole World to See is a studio album by the American band Death, released in 2009 and consisting of various demos originally recorded in the mid-70s. So why was it only released now? How interesting. Genres proto-punk and garage rock. Fair shout. United Sound recorded it in Detroit, Michigan. The label was Drag City, which I'm unfamiliar with. Drag City is an American indie label. No associative acts straight away. The length is 26 minutes, which is good for me. And it was produced by Death themselves. So in 75, the band entered the studio to record a 12-song album. After refusing to change their group's name, Death was turned away by Clive Davis of Columbia. Only 7 songs were completed and the album was never released. The surviving songs were released as For the Whole World to See in 2009 by Drag City. So, what got put out by Death? So these tunes were only getting put out now? How weird is that? So the music didn't get put out during the time? So when I've seen this album referenced and whatnot, it's in reference to music that was getting put out now from a band from back then. Just prior to and right after. We need to look at the history of that, because that's kind of mad, to be honest with you. Because with this sound is so like ahead of its time. As far as the punk rock value, it is so ahead of its time. Me as a conspiracy theorist, I'd think, how has a band not just gone into the studio and blagged that it was from the 70s? You know what I mean? So I know nothing about the band, so here we are. But if this was the first sort of music that was put out, because it's a very fresh sound. What we listened to sounded like, at the very least, it was remastered. It didn't sound like a recording from the 70s, sound engineering wise. And even so, that would be ahead of its time in itself if it was the original recordings. So just prior to and right after the record's release, the songs were performed live by Ruff Francis, a band formed by 3 sons of Death's original bassist, with the record's critical acclaim and praise from so they were originally demos, but they got actually recorded. Am I right in saying that? Probably not. I don't know. I'm going loony, people. Sorry about that. With the record's critical acclaim and praise from many other musicians, the 2 surviving members of Death reformed the band with a new guitarist to promote the record themselves. Can you imagine getting back together to promote the record after all that time? Reception. Initial critical responses was positive. At Metacritic, which assigns a normalised rating out of 100 to reviews from mainstream critics, the album has received an average score of 76 based on 8 reviews. Fair enough, yeah. Jack White of the White Stripes related his first reaction to the album in New York's Time article. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. When I was told the history of the band and what year they recorded this music, it just didn't make sense. Ahead of punk and ahead of their time. That's what I'm thinking. It sounds like the Buzzcocks. It sounds like Bad Brains. It's so ahead of its time that it's questionable. It makes me feel suspicious how these demos existed in 75. This is an interesting band. This is very interesting. The song You're a Prisoner was featured in the 2011 film Kill the Irishman. The song Freaking Out is played in the main action sequence of the 6th episode of the Starz show Ash vs Evil Dead. Okay, Keep On Knocking was used for the soundtrack for the video game Pro Skater 5. Politician in My Eyes was covered by the band Black Pumas in the debut release of blah blah blah. The song Freaking Out was featured in the 2020 blah 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 blah. Okay, Metacritic gave it 76 out of 100. AllMusic gave it 4 out of 5. Pitchfork gave it 7.1. Sputnik Music 4 out of 5. Tiny Mixtapes 4 out of 5. Track listing, you got 4 songs on side A and you've got 3 songs on side B. How interesting. I'm going to send this record to my friend and I'm just going to say check this out. I can see why this record would circulate, because that's insane. The sound of this record is insane. Def is David Hackney on guitar, Bobby Hackney, bass lead and vocals, and Dennis Hackney on drums. So they're a family unit, or was this like a Ramones sort of thing? Def produced the record. Another Hackney, Tammy Hackney, did the photography, and Jim Vitti, the engineer. How interesting. How interesting. How fascinating that is. Especially the length of the record as well. Only 26 minutes. How fascinating. And on that note, I'm signing out, people. Peace.